Hello viewers. Now most traders never build their own trading chart engine, and in this video I'm going to show you how to build a Renko chart in Python, and then on top of that I'm going to add a moving average and stochastic overlay to show how you can turn that analysis into some serious trading tool. So here's the finished product coming up on your screen now. This took me minutes to build, but the beauty of it is that once you've built it, the opportunities it provide are massive. Full automation, easy to backtest, easy to create signals and alerts from. It opens up, like I say, a Pandora box of opportunities for you to have a go at. And before we get into how I built this, just a quick one on Renko charts, just for those who maybe not too familiar with them. Remember, Renko is movement based, not time based. Now, I have introduced time in my other videos that you might be aware of, but this one purely price movement based. It only prints a brick when price moves enough. That's why it filters noise so well and why it's perfect for systematic traders. The rules are very explicit. Just a quick note to say that my Mastering Python for Trading course is now live and available. Special go live offer at the moment, just £99 until the 9th of March, and then it becomes £299 from then on. If you're interested in building this sort of stuff in Python, you're just starting out, you want to know how to get into Python, we've got all that covered. So from beginner all the way through to focusing really on all the trading aspects you'll need to know: chart building, backtesting, strategy design and implementation, and even into machine learning. It's all there in that course, and the links are available in the description below this video if you want to find out more and get going in that. So let's get on with the Renko build. So into the Python code then. It might look complex when we go through this, but I can tell you it's not. Once you understand what it's doing, get the skills behind you, this is very easy to do indeed. I'm using VS Code in Python for the purpose of this, and it's basically a 3-step pipeline. This bit of code: we load the market data, we convert price movement into Renko bricks, and then we plot it and layer indicators on top, and we produce some output as well. But I've also hashtag commented out a lot of the stuff so you can understand what is going on, and put in a bit of an explanation of what we're doing. So we start with the imports. We use libraries pandas and yfinance, and then we force a real chart window to pop up at the end, and we're using matplotlib for that, so we can actually visualize the information. Then a bit of data prep. We're doing getting the OHLC V data, and we're getting that from yfinance, open, high, low, close, that is. And then like I said, we're going to use the ticker Apple as our example in here for this Renko illustration. We've got to tidy up as well the data, because once you find you're pulling data, not always that straightforward, and in yfinance you have this multi-index column problem, so we've tidied that up in there, and we're getting the right date time structure, and we're keeping the columns that we need, like I said, open, high, low, close and volume, and we're forcing all the columns in, to numeric, and then we're removing all the NA rows, but with this function we'll drop NA, and that's our engine built. Then we get into the Renko setup, and it's basically the classic Renko rules. I'm building the chart, which I've laid out there, and as you can see, that's how we structure the coding. We basically tell it 0, 1, -1, 0. Doesn't move, 1 uptrend, -1 downtrend, and we loop through the data, creating those bricks. Obviously you need to get the direction right first, and that's what we do with this code, and then we obviously have the continuation bricks in the same direction, how we build them, and also the reversal bricks, also very important to get right. You need to remember that we're doing this in 45-degree lines, so we don't have bricks sitting next to each other, so it's important to get that right. And like I said, we convert the brick list into a data frame, and we should then have our Renko chart. And then we add our indicators. We got the moving average 20 and stochastic. Again, all very simple. We need to overlay the MA20 on the chart and the stochastic below that, and that's what it's telling us how to do that. We're using the basic rules of the two indicators there, and we can change the inputs as well through our code. And this is a very basic version, but we can change the moving average if we wanted, the inputs to the stochastic if we wanted. All very easy to do. And then I did just briefly put on some signal arrows on there as well to show you what's possible. They're not correct, but they're just showing you, potential opportunities when they cross the buy and the sell percentage K. And then we plot the information, as you can see there, Renko, MA20 and stochastic. We need a bottom panel for the stochastic, and the top panel, the Renko bricks and the moving average 20 line. And we do all that there. We had our indicators, creating the panels, and we plot the Renko bricks. Remember that 45-degree line, the slope. We need to get that right for it. Then there's the moving average overlay, the stochastic panel, tidied up nicely, and then literally we come down to running the script. You can see we're using Apple, 2 years of data, 1 day interval, brick size 2. Again, you could play around with the block brick size there if you wanted. And we're plotting the settings. We're going back 140 bricks, so it just keeps it a bit more better visually on the chart. Again, you can go interactive as well if you want. Show you that on the course too if you want to do that. So then, like I said, we download the market data, build the Renko bricks, and we've got a quick sanity check. We're going to put some code in the terminal below to prove that we're getting the right data, and then we're going to plot our results. So let's give that a quick run, and we should get the sanity check data coming up first. There we go, the last set of rows. We can see the information, so we're getting that, and we've had this separate pop-up of the chart. Here it is, finished product. We can see our nice Renko bricks, 2 block size, the 20 moving average. And like I said, the stochastics laid out clearly with the overbought and oversold zones. We've got those little arrows, like I said, as trend sort of entry filters there as well. So there you go. This is, well, it didn't seem straightforward, but I tell you, it is straightforward to do that. And you could make that more automated. You can feed signals from it. You can create alerts from it. You can backtest it. And once you've spent the time and effort building this sort of thing, like I said, it opens up many opportunities for your trading to get into automation. It helps with your psychology because you're following a much more objective, systematic approach. I can tell you it's a game changer once you learn this skill. And it doesn't have to be just, Renko charts. It could be point and figure. It could be line break, or it could even be Kaggy. All of these are in my course showing you how to turn them from data into those chart types and how you can use them in your trading. So there you go, your very first Python chart. Now, if you want all of that, the code base, the upgrade to all the content, how you actually go from zero Python to full trading systems to even machine learning, like I said, it's all in my e-course. It's available live now. Links in the description below. Don't forget, it's £99 till the 9th of March, then £299. So I'd love to see you on that course. So hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It all helps the channel. So that's it from me. Hope to see you in the next video.